Hello, boys and girls. I'm Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and welcome! Fat Finger Gaming's absurd 32-team playoff for the college football 2015 season. Today, Virginia Tech 11-1 on the season. They only lost to Miami, which of course that loss kept them out of the ACC championship. Miami went undefeated throughout the regular season, so Virginia Tech may actually be a very good team. Bama, on the other hand, 8-4 on the season. They did have a chance to win the SEC West, but lost the Iron Bowl 49-28. We will see. Does the normally Crimson Machine roll over the Hokies, or are the Hokies for real?
Out on the field for the first drive.
I'm curious how long. Speaking of calling for that, I'm curious. So Mark, here's it. So in my office, my old office, they used to look at me. We used to do chits for just about anything. We used to hand out like dollar bets just for the hell of it. We've had a lot of fun bets. In fact, actually, one of the bets that went legendary in our office was, I told the dude flat out, this dude, he's just a cantankerous dude. Could care less about children. His relationship ideas are a little bit off. And the dude was talking about getting married to his girlfriend.
First down, 10 yards to go.
And they had decided that they were going to be, he had told me this. They said there was no engagement. But they had decided before the end of the next Halloween, because we were approaching Halloween. He said by next year Halloween, they've decided that they will be married. And I told the dude, I looked at the dude, and I said, I'll give you 3-1 odds that you will not be married on Halloween. On Halloween the next year, you will not be married. If you are married, whatever money you put up, we'll max it out at $20. Whatever money that you put up, 3-1 odds. You won't be married. And sure enough, the next Halloween, he handed me a $20 bill. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. But anyways, we used to put money down. It's huge. That was a big bet just for the hell of it. Just because the guy who was who we are. But we used to put dollar bets on everything. The dollar bet that should be up, and I wish I could do this legally for y'all, is who's going to get fired first, Mark Richt or Charlie Strong? That I want to know.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the 25.
I almost want to hear. And we got a vote. We got the ring. Yeah, Strong gave. See, here's the thing. Strong gave himself. I think he gave himself a month by winning the Oklahoma game. But eventually, things are going to go back sour.
Just took a big hit. Their back went out earlier with that injury, and now they're telling.
And you know the dude who hired you is gone. You weren't a very popular pick in the first place. Texas, for some reason, thinks that they. I would really like to know this whole luring of Saban a couple years ago. Really would. Because if Saban came as close as the Texas people think that he came, I would be shocked.
I'll tell you something. I'm loving this quarterback's confidence.
But you never know. They could have. You never know.
Throwing the ball with some purpose.
And if Saban did come that close, then maybe Texas is going to get who they want. But that's you're going to replace Charlie Strong with anybody else that you want. Charlie Strong wasn't even on the first page of dudes that they wanted. And that right there is more reason why they're going to chuck him. Now the thing is, Charlie Strong Texas is going to be good.
There was some movement on the line.
Could be good. Sorry, Texas could be good if they get a good guy in. If they get a big guy in there, and the reason why that is because Charlie Strong went in there and did the weeding, and so he set up a good foundation for a big name coach to get guys in. Now I think Charlie Strong could be that coach to continue getting good guys in. But at the same time, I am worried just because I really do think Baylor is going to start taking over the recruiting mess.
So it's second down and
The mess to start taking over as Texas as the Texas University, you know, what they used to be able to control the Texas recruiting. We'll see.
Well, that's another first down, Brad. That's the 5th first down on this drive. You know, this offense isn't hitting a lot of big plays, but they're very, very consistent with their execution. It's putting a lot of pressure right now on this defense.
Strong will get...
throws complete. He's hit right away.
Oh, that's funny. Fired or resigned. Yeah, all right. Who walks away from their job?
Yards away here on second down.
Yeah, that's funny. Wait, I'll give it to you. Wake saying Strong will get fired. Rich will resign. I'm with you. That is funny.
Rely on your tight end to move the chains. You got a big time advantage over any defense.
10th play of the drive. Throws complete. Touchdown.
Dude, I'm with Jockey. I'm with you. I'm with you about. I'm not saying. I am without a doubt not saying that they should fire Strong. I think they went down this path. I like the guy, and the whole point is, you might as well. If you go down a path, you can't turn around the minute you get resistance. There is nothing going on that points to a complete catastrophe. No way of turning it around. You can turn it around. The guy got in there and just weeded, and you dropped in talent. You had already been dropping in talent when Mac Brown went. The difference is everybody was entitled. They thought they were national champion. They're going to be national champions every year without putting in the work. Strong went in there and weeded. Now he's getting people who want to play for him. The freshmen are playing for him. You need to go down that path. They're not going to, though. We all know this. Boosters are idiots. The 80's gone. I think Texas without a doubt will send a message to everyone that we're a bunch of idiots. We want you to win in your first year. If you don't, you better win your second year or you're done. And yes, I know we couldn't get the big guys the last time, but I swear we're going to get them this time. And 2 years from now, if you don't work out, we'll get them then. We'll get them then that time too. And if we don't get them then 2 years from now, we'll get the big guys.
I think it really started to affect not only just the psyche of this defense, but maybe even the conditioning where they started to get a little bit fatigued.
It's second down and 11 to go.
Wouldn't be surprised if Strong went back to Florida defensive coordinator after this year. That's Wake's thoughts. I love how Fat Finger Gaming TV reads a comment, rants for 5 minutes, reads another comment, rants for another 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. Dude, that's what I do.
That'll come in time. Just repetition, throwing that same pass over and over, and he'll be fine.
They look like they've got the block on, and this offensive line's got to give him some time. Booming kick.
Oh, center not snapping glitch. That sucks.
And he's taken down at the 31-yard line.
Was he off center? Was that what's going on? Some of the glitches are annoying. Yeah, that's basically what I do. At least, hey, look, at least I read your comments in between my rants. It shows that I care.
out the rest.
It really does. I love that Pulp Fiction. Speaking of that, I love that Pulp Fiction line.
Open field tackle.
Do you, what was it? Do you listen or just wait until you can talk? I think that's what that line was. I definitely just wait till I can talk. I've already decided what I'm going to say before the person even opens up their mouth. I'm just waiting for the person to close it again so I can start talking again. It happens. But I do read your comments, though. Texas gets rid of Strong. I'd love to have him at USC. Shit. I was telling everybody, I hope he comes back to the ACC and gets a job at State. NC State, that is.
From the 28-yard line. First down.
Jockey again. He'll get a look from whatever high-profile job opens before he goes back to coordinating. I hope he doesn't have to go back to coordinating. I really don't. I think he is a head coach. Obviously, he did great. He did great at Louisville. I read this. I read the 60-9. I definitely read that score. Yes, I read the 60-9. I'll say it again, 60-9. It's a good score. It's a mutually pleasing score. Really is.
Not a lot of offense in quarter number one, but nonetheless, we've got
maybe the biggest maybe the biggest year for Prifoil. Nice. This is maybe the biggest year of high-profile jobs there's been in a long while. Texas, USC, Southern Cal, Miami, Virginia Tech, UCF.
Zips it to the back, and down he goes at the 29-yard line.
Should have just said Texas, USC squared. Got two USCs out there looking for coaches. Yeah, I can tell you right now, if you are a team in the mid-tier that want to change coaches, don't. Just don't. Because you are going to wind up having to get some offensive like Ohio's offensive coordinator.
With one quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Alabama is up by 4.
Oh, that's just bad. Jockey with that. Jockey, I mean, even in the darkest time, Charlie Strong is the next Hawaii coach.
It's second down, 8 to go. Ball on the 27.
I really don't want the only way I want Strong going. The reason why I don't want Strong going back to coordinating. I mean, going back to coordinating would be a lot better than having to go, back down to the MAC or going to an American Conference head coach. Just because you don't want to drop back down the conference and coach. I don't know many head coaches who went back, who had to go back down to like MAC or Sun Belt or one of the lower conferences. And I'm not going to say ACC. Yes, I know it's a lower conference, but it's not that. It's not like it's not like the Mountain West. I almost wanted to say Midwest. I almost did say Midwest. Anyways, it's not like the Mountain West, MAC, something like that. I don't know many coaches that had to drop back down and then came back strong. No pun intended. In a in a Power 5 conference. You guys might know offhand. I don't know of any. I do know there are coaches who've had to shut it down and gone back to offensive defensive coordinator, like Wake is calling that Strong goes to DC at Florida. I have known them to have to step back into coordinator and then came back strong as a head coach. I just hate the fact that he may not be a head coach next year. I really like the guy. But it would be a better career move to step back into coordinating a high-profile team than head coach back at, lower than what you were at Louisville, for God's sake. And let me tell you something. Speaking of Louisville, last year, Louisville graduated. Last year, Louisville had 11 dudes drafted into the NFL. I think it may have been 12. We'll go 11 because I know at least 11. What record did they have? Was it 7-5? I think. Might have been 7-5. I know it was just barely around bowl eligibility. This year, they start off. A lot of people actually were talking about how good they were, especially me. They've got talent on that team. I know they do. First thing Jackass does is decide to use his people, his little freshman people that he recruited, snub his nose at anything that had been there, despite the fact that they were doing good up until he got there. Otherwise, let's see here. Yeah, Strong wouldn't be in Texas. What the hell's their record now? 500 maybe? I don't even know what their record is because I got so pissed off at Petrino. So who should go? Petrino should go. He should. Strong should come back. Anyways.
And he tackles him hard at the 2-yard line.
Annoying. I don't like Petrino. I don't like Petrino one bit. I really don't. 4-4. I actually was right. I'll be damned. Pulled that one out of my ass. All right. Going back to the... Okay, I've done I've done... All right, now we're 67-9. Now it's just not mutually fun. It's not mutually pleasing. Come on, guys.
He really got a hold of that kick.
Winifred playing some strange game. 11-19. A&M at half. Come on now. What the hell?
The 38-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possession.
I wonder Wake St. White won't even be in football in 5 years. We'll see.
Makes it out to about the 46.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks.
Yeah, well. All right, so now we got the names going here. So I guess, so Dennis Erickson.
Fumble. The defense scoops it.
Dennis Erickson popped back up to Oregon State and did something with them. So I'll be all right with that.
Will cost this offense possession of the ball.
And this young safety was right there to pick up the
What the hell has Charlie Weiss done? I'm not talking about popping back up. I'm talking about actually.
And with so little separation, this game can be
Charlie Weiss has done nothing after popping back up, unless I'm missing something.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's second down and about 2 yards to go. Alabama up 7 points.
Ready, green 88, green 88.
Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
Gain of 5 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's what Charlie Weiss has done. Jockey responds. Charlie Weiss is really good at conning people out of their money.
Got the corner. Gains his way to the 20-yard line.
Nothing tentative on that run at all. He looked very determined and got the first down.
Confused about what we were talking about. I was talking about
The 20-yard line. It's first down.
I think it's better for a coach to, when they get fired, to try to be offensive defensive coordinator of at the higher levels instead of pop down the Mountain West, the MAC, stuff like that. I guess Erickson did okay at Arizona State. He didn't get. I don't think he had the great success. I had thought Erickson from Miami. Didn't Erickson? I gotta look this up.
Third down.
I might be screwing up something with Erickson. I thought the reason why, because Erickson did great at Oregon State, and that's what I was thinking about. I thought Erickson dropped down.
Alabama can make this a 2-possession game with this field goal.
I thought he dropped down after Miami.
He clanks it off the upright. No good.
And then went to Oregon State.
Here comes the offense, hoping to erase the memory of the fumble on their last drive.
Sometimes when you lose the football,
Oh, he's assistant head coach at Utah. I actually didn't even know that.
actually work out in your favor.
Oh, he never was at Miami. Who the hell am I thinking of?
The play action throws the defense just long.
Oh, he wasn't Miami, then he went to the Seattle Seahawks.
Nice play.
From 95 to 98. So yeah, going to the Seahawks at that time, that was probably that was like going to a MAC team.
He gets rid of this one.
Then he went to Oregon State. Okay. No, I swear I thought Erickson dropped down. I don't know why I thought Erickson dropped down.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
I forgot Dennis Erickson did some time at Miami. That was Jockey. Wake responded, did some time. Nice. Wait, a lot of guys in Miami do some time. Yeah. Miami wants to get Ed Reed as their coach.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Tackle at about the 45.
It'd be interesting to get him as a defensive coach.
Passes to the left, and it's going the other way.
I mean, you never. I mean,
Receiver the whole way. That was an easy read by the defense.
oh God, Virginia Tech is not. This is not the team that we saw in the previews. The preview bowl that actually beat Alabama. A lot of turnovers here. Not a lot, but enough turnovers. Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech having a little bit of a problem here. 10-3.
Brought down at the 48-yard line.
Gain of 17 on the play. First down.
Ready. Check, check.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time.
Yeah, Austin, without a doubt, Texas's main
10 yards to go.
focus is just to ruin OU, just like those years, those great years
Gets rid of it.
of
When you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do
I think it was the
is
late
to throw
90s.
the ball into coverage. He got away with one right
in
there.
which,
Very fortunate.
for the
Next
most
time, he should
part,
just
it was
throw it away
Ohio
out of
State
bounds.
coming in ranked 1, undefeated, or some crap like that. And they kept losing to Michigan. Then Michigan turned around and did the same thing. They came in like ranked number 1. Ohio State beat them. And then it went back to Ohio State being a team that was nationally recognized in Michigan. That went on for like 4 or 5 straight years. I think it was 4 straight years. So,
It's away, and it's a booming punt.
just to be shocked once, especially now in the playoff years, don't worry about it.
Fun to be part of a defensive battle, and that's certainly
Oklahoma, if Oklahoma wins out, Oklahoma will be in the playoffs.
A lot of energy, and I think they're doing a nice job up front at the line of scrimmage. And at this point, they're not giving this.
I don't think I don't think they'll hold them out. I don't think they'll hold them out.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
There's a good chance that the Pac-12 will not get anybody in the college football playoffs. And it's going to leave the door open for the Big 12. And if they put 2 teams from the same conference in the playoffs, especially the 2 SEC teams this year, that would make me puke. They shouldn't put 2 teams of the same conference in a 4-team playoff. They shouldn't.
Now he's scrambling. They'll bring him down at the 24. Alabama's going to take their first time out of the half. From their own 24-yard line. It's 3rd down. He makes it to the 25-yard
Austin,
line. Alabama
Bama
will take their
loses.
second time out
Bama
of the
loses to LSU, but gets in the playoffs because it's Bama. There you go. Yeah, Jockey, this Bama win. If Oklahoma wins out, they definitely are in. Bronco, your team has 32 sacks altogether. Are you talking about in the season? Because if you're playing Nevada, you're probably early in the season. I hope you're not talking about a game. You all need to adjust those sliders if you have 32 sacks. Oh, God.
Wants to go long and does. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it.
If Oklahoma wins, I'll eat a battery. That's from
Points were very
Dude.
hard to come by.
Don't worry about it.
Quarters. They'll head to the locker room.
Oklahoma may get to the playoffs. They may get to the championship, but they may just have the same kind of luck as they did in our simulated season, in which they are up, they lose the lead, and then in overtime they lose. So you'll be good. Don't worry about it. You won't have to eat a battery.
Leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play.
Jockey, I'm okay with two teams in the same conference being in. I'm also okay with not conference champions being in. I'm not. I'm completely against that. I am against that with all my ever-loving life and soul.
From their own 25-yard line.
Until they increase this thing out to 8 teams, nah. I do not want two teams in the same conference in. It would drive me absolutely batty.
The 27-yard line.
There's still enough good teams out there that there is such a regional look at teams. You cannot say definitively
Quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide
each
receivers.
year to year who the best conference champions are.
And he's tackled around the
You can't say from year to year that this number 2 team in the conference can beat this number 1 team in the conference. You cannot. You can't definitively say that. And it annoys the hell out of me because everything you've got 125 teams or whatever. Everything's regionally based. And you can get a look at who's the best in the conference. But you never know what's going to transpire when you get interconference games going on. My classic example of that are the 2 games in which people wanted conference the people wanted 2 teams in the same conference in the championship game. Ohio State and Michigan played an absolute wonderful game. Both teams were undefeated. They played an awesome game in the shoe. Michigan loses. Everybody was, a lot of people were saying they wanted a Michigan Ohio State rematch. I was completely against it because I'm completely against you have a chance of putting national teams together, but yet you're going to go back to a regional game again. I'm against that. So they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They said, okay, Michigan, you're out. Who's the next team? Florida. Florida kicks the crap out of Ohio State.
From the 14-yard line.
Fast forward years later,
The Hokies linebacker, one of the
you've got
toughest
LSU and
guys
Alabama.
and we had hoped that he'd be able to get back out there.
Everybody's saying LSU, Alabama need to be in the national championship together. No, they don't. No, they don't. You've already seen the game. You already saw how it ended. This is college football. You get one shot, move on. But yet they went back to this regional game. They got a 7 freaking field goal game. And if you don't think some other team could have walked in there and put up points on either Alabama or LSU, especially LSU, you're wrong. Last year, what did we get? Who would have been the national? Last year, now we're not talking about regional here. 2 teams in the same. Last year, if it was the BCS, who would have been the BCS? Alabama, Florida State. Who are the teams that lost in the first round? Alabama, Florida State.
Alabama's coaching staff will go out tonight.
So when you get a chance to put in teams, put in a variety of teams, you need to do that. Instead of trying to prove yourself right by putting in multiple teams in the same conference. Because what you're going to wind up getting is you're going to wind up getting those multiple teams losses, and then you're going to wonder why you didn't just pick another team. Oh, great screen pass there. Virginia Tech trying to come on back.
Play could have gone for 6.
Oh, boy, you're right. And all week long, Young, this secondary did a lot of talking about how they were going to dominate these receivers. I think this is time that they step up and prove it on the field. Forget about talking trash. Let's see how they react after giving up that big play.
Got a man. Watch out here. He's pushed out of bounds. Right around the 24-yard line.
Oh, man, we got a lot of stuff here. Wow, did I miss a lot? I'm just going to skip a whole bunch
24-yard line.
because I did miss a lot on that rant. Let's see here. Nightmare scenario. Remember when Florida State was going 7-5 all the time and winning ACC because it was terrible. Actually, Florida State was 8-4 the year that they won the ACC. It's the only year that they actually did that. And they are actually a really good team. They just came out. They just stumbled out of the block. They got a whole hell of a lot of people drafted in the NFL. They had a lot of talent. They stumbled out of the block, and then they ripped off 7 in a row, and then wound up losing to Penn State, which also was a good hell of a team in like triple overtime in the Orange Bowl.
1st and 10. Ball on the 14.
However, nightmare scenario. Imagine 6-6 Missouri upsetting Alabama, 6-6 Oregon State upsetting USC, UCLA, etc., etc. Then what? Yeah, who the hell knows? Actually, the scenario I want to see, Jockey, I want to see Vanderbilt beat Florida and win and go to the SEC championship. Went for 19-14 at the end of 3. It went from 11. Oh my God.
They put everyone up on the line.
19-17. Jeez, somebody just score some touchdowns here.
Before he could get back to the line. And the defense just swarmed over him on that one.
Yeah, they were able to penetrate the offensive line and get to the running back before that play even had a chance.
So while we're on a controversial stuff, how about that Miami Duke game? How about it?
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Should have been Duke's win.
Field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Quick throw to the back.
The 2011 national championship was actually it was 7 field goals, I thought. I didn't think anybody scored a touchdown. I thought it was all 7 field goals. Was it 5 field goals? I must have messed that up.
The kick is up, and he's got it.
And Virginia Tech just kicking field goals. That's not going to happen. It's not how you beat Alabama.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The offense was able to punch it in the end zone on that last drive. They'll come back out looking for more of the same.
If you could bet this defense made some adjustments on the sideline, though. I don't know if they can stop
Oops.
the passing attack.
I definitely wish I had a producer in my ear.
Slow it down.
Wake my not really controversial. Miami won fair and square. Huh? Okay.
Just throws this one away.
Yeah, that's what the ACC says. It suspends everybody.
And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
Virginia Tech really needs to stop if they want to get into this one.
Going long. It's going the other way.
And they picked it. All right. See if Brewer can do anything here.
At the 49. That INT puts him in a position to make this a game.
Yeah, they really needed that. That's a huge boost to morale.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Oh, yeah, Trent Richardson did get in. I'll be damned at the end of the game.
I think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially...
Yeah, I was long since gone after that game. Okay.
You've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run.
Dude made 5 field goals and missed an extra point. That's actually really damn funny. That's how they got 21 points. Guy makes 5 field goals, gets up 15-0. I know I damn well I was in bed at that point in time. Trent Richardson says 4 minutes and 30 seconds, gets into the end zone, and then it says missed extra point. So the dude kicked 5 field goals and missed an extra point. That's awesome.
And they make the stop at the 48. Maybe a yard that time on the screen.
Yeah, that interception was definitely a punt. Unfortunately, Virginia Tech cannot do anything with it. Punt it right back. This is not the Virginia Tech team that went 11-1 this season, that's for sure.
Oh, Excellent punt. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback.
That's I mean, at 3rd and 10, sure, just chuck it downfield. Get picks, it gets picked.
Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Nice run there. Henry.
Talking about Reddit. You know, Wake said I stayed away after the release of the rankings of Reddit. Dude, I'm never on Reddit.
Second down.
You know, public forums,
And he makes it out to about the 20
it just, they're fun, and like this Twitch chat, they're fun, but certain times I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to go there because I was on a forum, an engineering forum.
He's to the 40.
And
Gains his way to the 43-yard line.
you know, I thought these are professionals. They can help you out. We can act like professionals on there, but no, you can't even act like professionals on there. You just get after another, and it just really. Anyways, drives me nuts.
They get nice yardage on that run.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Wake. The fact that people get pissed off about rankings when we're still 4 or 5 weeks is just stupid. It is stupid. But it's something to argue about, and something that ESPN can put on, make money off of, and all that fun stuff.
Trying to get it to his receiver.
Jockey kicking 5 field goals is exhausting.
They're about 4 yards away here.
Yeah, you think the guy well, you know, look at it this way. He kicked 5 field goals. He had to kick off 6 times, and then he gets out there to kick an extra point. Yeah, he was done. He was like, dude, seriously? The kicker's over there sipping on his green leaf tea. Like, no. I don't want to get out there and kick another game. And gets out there and misses it.
Brings him down at the 30-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
Don't hate Reddit. A lot of smaller subreddits are good. I'm not going to doubt that one bit. And sorry if it seemed like I was hating on Reddit. I'm hating on the internet in general when a lot of people get involved.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
It's no doubt there's no change, no difference with Twitch.
And it's caught. Brought down. Right around
You get on a lot, some big Twitch, especially if you want some horrible Twitch chat. Go on some of the bigger Madden or go on some of the bigger
And he makes it out to about the
2K basketball. It gets dumb. It gets stupid real quick. But a lot of the smaller guys can keep it clean. A lot of guys work hard to try to keep it clean. Most of the guys work hard to keep it clean. It just sometimes it gets real bad. I wish it didn't have to.
He gets out to about the 12-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play.
What's your prediction? Who will make it to the national championship? Well, you know what? My original 4 was Ohio State, Oregon, Oklahoma, and Louisville. There are 2 teams on there that are not even close to ever going to make a college football playoff this year. So I'm gonna stick with Ohio State and Oklahoma. I have to.
You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Oh, hail to the victors! I didn't even see you get on here.
Drive, and they come away with a touchdown. So the
What's up, dude?
24-6. Scott has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep.
Prediction of the month. No one in the Big 12 wins out this month.
28-yard line. This one might be coming back, folks. Let's check out the penalty.
Receiving team.
Winifred is going for Oregon, Miami. There we go.
That one will put the offense in a hole, and they'll try to get some of that back on this upcoming
My
play.
jockey, my pick is Iowa and Utah.
To this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives and back in
Nice.
the game. They'll bring him down around the 14-yard line.
Bronco, my friend had an uncle that played for college for Colorado and Buffalo Bills.
Not very often that someone's
Who's the
able to
dude?
shake this guy.
We head to the 4th. Alabama's up by 18.
Alabama is definitely winning this one out. There is a shot for the Iron Bowl in the second round.
Flips it, middle to the running back. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play. Taken back 3 yards.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play.
Winifred lost 41-17 after that horrific 8-6, 19-11. Ugh. That was the next 4 games: Indiana, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Purdue. Nice. Oh my God! Did they really get a safety? Yes, they did. Oh, it's over, folks. So Alabama's going to be moving on. So our third and final game here on Twitch will be Auburn, Louisville. Winner of that will play Alabama, because there's no way Virginia Tech's getting back after this one.
The 34-yard line. Virginia Tech's usually a very stout team on defense, but they're not living up to the clippings in this one, Herbie.
Yeah, Iowa only has to win 2 games to get to the Big 12 championship, and that's who they got to play. Indiana, Minnesota, Nebraska, and Purdue. And I am all for the whole. I'm all for with Jockey. If you can't win 2 games, just end your program there. Brady McDonald. Unfortunately, I do not know that dude, which is unfortunate.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Jake Flores, 25, is now following me. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the follows. I am reading this. Wow. He subbed a long time ago. Why am I not getting the dings? I don't know why. This happened like a week ago. I think when Hal the Victor actually followed, I wasn't getting the dings, couldn't give the shout out. Sorry about that, Jake. I haven't seen you on. That's unfortunate. It's my bad. I don't know why it's not dinging to tell me that somebody followed. Oops. Oops, double oops, and that just sucks. Brady McDonald. I should know this dude. The only way I would not know him, there was like in the early 90s. If he played in the early 90s, that would be an issue.
Quick shot to the open receiver, and he can't hang on to the ball. From the 32-yard line.
And it looks like, yeah, that's actually when he did play for the Buffalo Bills.
Gets rid of it quickly, and that was almost picked.
It's an intelligent play by the defender. All you have to do sometimes is get your hand on the ball.
All right.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation. Inside the 10. Touchdown saving tackle, but it leaves them with a 1st and goal.
So, what else we got going on here? Yeah, Brady McDonald. Yeah, definitely don't know him, but yeah, he must play. He did play in the 90s, and there's a gap there.
It's 1st down.
Because I didn't get to watch too much football. That's when I was
1st and goal inside the 5.
That's when I was actually in the Navy in the 90s, so it's hard to watch a lot of football. Anyways, Ben wins out until the Iron Bowl, then Auburn somehow steamrolls them 49-8. That's from Austin. That's funny. You never know. Auburn should get murdered. You got a Buckeye fan in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's to the 20. Brought down at the 24. Alabama's defense has just been awesome here in the 4th quarter.
And the thing that's really stood out to me, Brad, is that when they've needed the stops, they've gotten them and gotten the football back to their own offense.
I can see Auburn pulling a Texas.
Is huge, but as a player, you never
I can see it.
your effort. Believe me, coaches notice
Buckeye. Buckeye
for
for life. You poor soul. It's now following you. Thanks for following me. See, you've already started in the Twitch chat. Come on, join the fun. Twitch chat is fun. As people like to point out, I do read the comments and then go on a rant and then go back to reading comments. It happens.
And he's knocked down immediately after the catch.
As this game is over, Alabama will be going to the second round of the playoffs. We'll see if they play Auburn or Louisville. Oh, yeah, we got Hail to the Victor, and now we have a Buckeye fan in here. Nice. We had some Alabama fans, so we could get some Alabama-Auburn hate going on. Michigan, Ohio State hate going on.
It's second down.
Yeah. I was in the Navy in the '90s. Yeah, I'm an old guy. Told y'all I'm old. Probably one of the older people that you will see on Twitch or YouTube. Well, except for the arts and crafts people on YouTube. Back in my day, Sonny, we had to walk 3 miles, use rotary phones, and licorice cost a nickel.
By digging themselves into a hole on 1st and 2nd down, so the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that.
Hail to the Victor. Can't wait for the OSU Michigan State game this year. Going to be a great game, I think. Yeah, no. I don't think so. I will say.
This offense threw the ball extremely well on their last drive. And
I will definitely say Michigan has played a lot better than I thought they'd play. I was shocked
he makes it to the 42-yard
that they did so well against Michigan State. I don't know. I could be shocked again. I'm not buying the Harbaugh hype. I really am not. But we'll see. Of course, Ohio State's got to pull their head out of their backside. I do think Ohio State's got a lot better talent than Michigan does have. But then again, when you aren't playing to the level you need to be playing to, I mean, I'll throw it back to the Utah-Alabama Sugar Bowl. You tell me who's got the better talent. You tell me who looked better that game. And if you are an entitled jackass that thinks that you should walk all over people and don't put forth the motivation and the effort, you will get crushed. So in that case, Michigan without a doubt's got the upper hand there. They got a lot more of the motivation. Harbaugh has got them motivated like a mother and doing a great job. I don't think they got the talent that Ohio State has, but then again, as I said, motivation and effort go a long ways in winning football games. A long ways in winning football games. I will say though that the Fat Finger did simulate a 45-0 win for Ohio State. So we'll see. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Without a doubt, Hail Vicar, I agree to you. Give Harbaugh another year or two, and they will be a legit threat. I agree wholeheartedly.
He fights forward to about the 30.
Gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Remember a long time ago, Nebraska beat Ohio State in a comeback. Yeah, Bronco. Those years will come back, maybe. Those years will come back. I want Nebraska to do better. The reason why I want Nebraska to do better actually has everything to do with sticking it to Cowherd, who continues to talk about how cold weather teams can't do anything because they can't recruit people because nobody wants to play in the cold weather, yada, 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 yada. And this is the complete point of who people actually want to play for. Annoys me to no end.
This one was never close today.
So I do actually hope teams like Nebraska get back to where they are. I mean, look at Oklahoma. Do you really want to go to Oklahoma? How come Oklahoma does so good? It ain't Miami. It ain't Cali. They seem to do just fine getting talent in there to be nationally relevant. So hopefully Nebraska does come back. I mean, Columbia's better, but it's better than Oklahoma. Oh my God, that port. People who live in Oklahoma, my heart goes out to you guys. Seriously, really does. Same thing. People who live in Alabama, same thing. Sorry, I those places are really, some places in Alabama are actually building up very nice. I was actually shocked at some places in, I think it was just south of Birmingham. To me, felt almost homely, or almost homey. But there are a lot of depressing places in Alabama. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I know I'm ripping everybody's home spots. I'm sorry. You can rip mine. New York, Western New York. Go ahead and rip it. Rip it all you want. Seriously. I'm with you. That's why I moved. That's why I moved down south and ain't never going back. I love those people. And I'm not gearing this towards any of y'all. I just love those people who, like New York City people, will just love all the horrible things wrong